Hey friends, I hope you had a great Memorial Day. Today is Terrific Tuesday, and we are going to be learning some more about determining theme with the text, The New Baby. And this is going to be our visualizing activity for this week. So you know that you're going to have to get ready to listen to the details, listen for sensory words so that you can create that mental image in your mind and create that movie in your mind to better help you understand the text. So our statement is, good readers pay attention to the theme because it helps them understand what the story means. Okay, so we did theme a few weeks ago, so this is going to be a little bit of a review. Then we're going to start with an anchor chart to kind of refresh our memory. Okay, you should see theme and a palm tree. Oh, it was super cute. The theme of the story is the message, lesson, or moral the author wants you to learn. So we've done a lot about that with fables. They have messages or morals. Big question, what did the characters learn? How did the characters change from the beginning to the end of the story? So focusing a lot on the characters is going to help us to determine the theme. Here are some, at the bottom, some common big ideas or common themes: courage, hope, hard work, honesty, teamwork, forgiveness, friendship, good versus evil, love. Notice how the themes are simple. They're just about like one word describes the whole theme, okay, for the text. Okay, so the theme is the big idea or meaning of the story. It is the lesson or idea you take away when you read a story. Good readers pay attention to the theme because it helps them understand what the story means to them. Readers better understand a story when they can identify the theme. So let's get ready for our story. Okay. The title of the text is The New Baby. Some of you are going to have some new babies in your house soon. Han ran and hid inside the closet. His sister was looking for him in a game of hide and seek. But he hoped she would never find him. He wanted to hide forever since his mother had come home with the new baby. He had felt terrible. All his relatives made a fuss over the baby, but no one seemed to even notice him anymore. He heard his older sister Isabel calling him, Han, Han. Han crouched down and knocked over a box, spilling photographs onto the carpet. Rats. He picked up one of the pictures and saw a little baby boy. He looked at another and another. Who was this? He wondered. His sister opened the closet door. Found you, she yelled. Han showed her the photographs. Who is this? She yelled. Oh, who is it? He asked. Why, that's you when you were a tiny baby, Isabel said. You were so cute. Was I as cute as the new baby? Han asked. Isabel smiled at Han. You were even cuter, she replied. Are you jealous of the new baby? Han whispered, maybe a little. Isabel laughed. You'll get over it. I was jealous of you when you were a baby too. You were? Han asked. Yeah, she said, but just a little. Look at these pictures, Han. Would you want to be a baby again? You couldn't play soccer. You couldn't watch movies. And babies can't eat pizza. And have you ever seen a baby ride a bicycle? Han smiled and stuffed some pictures in his pocket. He wanted to keep them in his room so he could remind himself how good it was to be more grown up. His sister said, speaking of pizza, I think we're ordering one. What kind do you want? Pepperoni with extra cheese, Han called as he ran downstairs to be with his family. New baby and all. Okay. So we're going to pull up a graphic organizer because you're going to be responsible for doing this part on your own. I'm going to start you out though. Here we go. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay. So the top of this says, the theme of a story is the message, lesson, or moral that the author wants you to learn. Think about what the characters do and say. So when I read the text, the new baby, I paid attention to the main character. Next, I thought about what the character's problem in the story is or was and how the problem was solved. Then I thought about what lesson the main character learned from solving his problem. The lesson learned usually tells me the big idea or meaning of the story. In the text, The New Baby, I read that Han isn't happy with his new sister. His big sister helps him realize that it's good to be more grown up so he can do more fun things. The author is telling me that the big idea or meaning in that is that it is important to be happy with yourself. Okay. So when you're happy with yourself, that you have self-esteem or you're confident. So we're going to add that to our text. Okay, our chart. All right, so the title is The New Baby. It's kind of small. Let's see if I'll make it bigger for you guys. The New Baby. Okay. The big idea, this is what we're talking about. This is the theme. So the theme here is self-esteem. When you're happy with yourself, that is self-esteem. Having like high self-esteem. So that's the theme right here, self-esteem. And I know that wasn't one of the options on our chart, but that's the theme. Okay, so down here, the lesson or the moral down at the bottom. So in order to do that piece, Wagner's going to have to, let me see this. Okay, let me see something. I'm trying to, okay, hold on, friends. Let's put the box here. So, sorry, the title is The New Baby. Need some change some formats here. The theme or the big idea, which is the theme, is self-esteem. Now, the message or the lesson is it is important to be happy with yourself. Okay, so the evidence, that's the clues that lead us to believe this is the theme from the text, okay? So things from the story that happened. So you're gonna be working on this chart on your own. So you either, maybe you printed it, your mother or your father printed it for you, or you can pause the video right now and draw it in your word work journal. And then you can fill in the pieces too. Just go ahead and pause it right now. Fill in those parts, and then you can start it up when you're ready for the next piece. Okay, so we've got to fill in the evidence parts. That's the parts that I want you to fill in, are the evidence. So I'm gonna read it again. And while I read the text again, I want you to listen for clues that tell what the theme is, okay? So, clues that tell us that it's important to be happy with yourself. Or it's important, about clues about having self-esteem. Han ran and hid inside the closet. His sister was looking for him in a game of hide and seek, but he hoped she would never find him. He wanted to hide forever since his mother had come home with the new baby. He had felt terrible. All his relatives made a fuss over the baby, but no one seemed to even notice him anymore. He heard his older sister Isabel calling him, Han, Han, Han. Han crouched down and knocked over a box, spilling photographs onto the carpet. He picked up one of the pictures and saw a little baby boy. He looked at another and another. Who was this, he wondered. His sister opened the closet door. Found you, she yelled. Han showed her the photographs. Who is this? He asked. Why, that's you when you were a tiny baby. Isabel said, you were so cute. Was I as cute as the new baby? Han asked. Isabel smiled at Han. You were even cuter, she said. Are you jealous of the new baby? Han whispered, maybe a little. Han laughed. Isabel laughed. You'll get over it. I was jealous of you when you were a baby too. You were? Han asked. Yeah, she said, but just a little. Look at these pictures, Han. Would you want to be a baby again? You couldn't play soccer, you couldn't watch movies, and babies can't eat pizza. And have you ever seen a baby ride a bicycle? Han smiled and stuffed some pictures in his pocket. He wanted to keep them in his room so he could remind himself how good it was to be more grown up. His sister said, speaking of pizza, I think we're ordering one. What kind do you want? Pepperoni and cheese. Han called as he ran downstairs to be with his family, new baby and all. Okay, so now you're going to be thinking of 3 different clues, the evidence that tell you the theme is, or the message is, it's important to be happy with yourself. So 3 things that happen from the story. So I'll get you started. Let me help you with one of them. Okay, one thing was, Han looks at his baby pictures and realizes he couldn't do much back then. That's one clue that tells us it's important to be happy with yourself. Now he realizes, okay, wait a minute. I'm glad that I can do these things now. So you're going to be responsible for the other 2. And like I said, if you can't print this, you can kind of draw something similar in your word work journal and I'll know what you're going for, okay? So when it's finished, send it back to me. Bye, friends.